Hey, what is up guys? This is Eric with OzoneTCG. We have another deck profile that's completely budget here. We're going to take a look at it, but before we do, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to look out for more amazing Master Duel content. Let's get right into the deck profile. So here we have a budget PrankKids list. PrankKids is one of the cheapest good strategies in Master Duel. Basically the entire main deck is normals, rares, and super rare. I think we only play one ultra rare you actually have to buy yourself. Very easy to build this deck. So let's take a look at, we have 3 of every of the main deck PrankKids monsters. We have 3 Fansies, 3 Dropies, 3 Lampsies, and 3 Roxies. And of course we have the 1 Ash Blossom. Again, I tell everyone to do this to get the $700 gem pack bundle that includes the 1 Ash Blossom. You get some packs with it too. Fantastic deal. I think that is the best one because Lightning Storm and Solemn Judgment can be found in other packs as well. Easily can just play that Ash Blossom. You only need one. Really, this deck does not suffer from not having hand traps of any kind, which makes it really affordable. Of course, the Regeki, one of your monsters, actually Regeki 2, we'll cover him in just a few minutes, but the Regeki actually getting the storyline makes it very nice, just to clear your opponent's boards and perform your full combo. And then we have the triple polymerization, because it's a normal rare, very cheap to do. I could do it right now. Not going to do that though, quite yet. We're going to feature this deck actually a little bit later with some replays, just showing how the deck plays. And then in Reborn, of course, you get in the solo story mode as well. And then we have your Terraforming. Terraforming grabs your PrankKids place. This is the only ultra rare we actually play in the main deck for this list, besides Ash Blossom. The only one that you cannot get on your own, as far as I'm aware right now. You just have to generate it. Yeah. And then Triple Desires. If you don't want to play Desires, you can play other similar draw cards. You can play an Upstart if you have it. You know, if you end up generating it. It is an ultra though. So with an Advisor, you can play 2 Desires, 1 Upstart, anything you want. I do think this card is very good in this deck because you're playing basically multiples of every single card. You could also play 2 Desires and 3 PrankKids Pranks. That's okay too. Again, as a super rare, it's not expensive. Not the cheapest card though, but still a good card to have as your 3 of because it is a staple in the game. We also have PrankKids Place. This is the card that searches any of your PrankKids monsters, so you're basically playing 6 of each copy, 7 if you're counting Terraforming as well. It's absolutely fantastic. I think you do need to play 3 of this though, so if you want to save your gems and your crafting points to try and get this card, please get this instead over staples if you're, if you really want to play this deck. That being said, we also have PrankKids Pranks. You can, like I said, you can play 3 of these because you can discard a PrankKids card, special summon a token, but can't be tributed. Actually plays around to be funny enough, but we can always cover some kind of Master Duel meta strategies, in some later video. And then it just draws you cards during the end phase. You can play 3 of these. I only play 2. I don't really think you need 2. Maybe really you only need 1, but with Desires, you at least want to have it, still in your deck. As a normal rare, it's cheap. You see my crafting points right now. It is not expensive at all, but that's okay. And then we have MST, a staple card, I think. MST, Twin Twister, Cosmic. I think you should have a playset of each of those because they are all good in their own respective formats. MST is just the cheapest. That's really it, because the others are super rares. If you have Twin Twisters, play Twin Twisters. If you have Cosmic, play Cosmic, but MST is just the baseline for it. This is a fantastic card. I also do think you need to play Forbidden Chalice. This card is amazing. It's like a budget impermanence, but in its own regard, it is even better in some situations. I absolutely love this card. I played in the actual TCG Advanced format. Absolutely fantastic card. Make sure you get 3 of these. It's a rare, so it's cheaper, but please get it. Fantastic card. And then we have Pandemonium. This is another fusion spell, so you're playing 6 fusion spells total, but it is a quick place. It's like a Shawl Fusion, but it's only during the main phase, and it locks you into PrankKids monsters after you resolve. Very good card though. You do need to play at least 2 of these. I would recommend playing 3 as seen in this list, because you just always want to have your fusions in play or have them cycling together. You'll see in the replays later, guys. Very good card though otherwise. We also have Paleozoic Dynamiscus. The deck runs on 1-card combos. You can play extra traps if you want to play extra traps in this. If you have Solemn Strike, Infinite Impermanence, anything like that, you can also play more traps in this build. But we have the Paleozoic Dynamiscus, again, because it is a rare, nice and cheap to purchase, to generate using using those crafting points. Then you banish a card on the field. Face-up card specifically is really good, especially when grinding lower ranks. Very, very powerful card, and not easily predicted. It's hard to actually predict, if you're playing this card in this deck. Yeah, pretty good. And then we have the Shade Brigandine for a rank 4 play or for random link plays. You don't need to play this either. You can play, say, another copy of Pranks instead. We're actually going to do that too, just in this case. But yeah, you can play another Pranks. It's even better. I mean, I would play this instead probably. Yeah, we'll show you the Shade Brigandine play. We'll start with the Xyz. We play Bagooza. This is for Shade Brigandine plus Roxy's. Yeah, pretty standard. Negates all effects of defense position monsters when they activate. Very strong card, especially lower ranks, because a lot of people are not playing necessarily linked decks. You're just going to see a lot of decks in those lower ranks and in solo mode as well. And we have Totally Awesome. You can summon it with 2 Dropies, which a standard combo does actually summon your Totally Awesome. It is one of the ultra rares, one of 2 ultra rares we play. Very cheap though. Not a bad card to pick up otherwise. Only other ultra rare that's in the extra deck is your Battle Butler, which is a Regeki. It is not a once per turn. None of its effects are once per turn, except for the second effect that you can target a fusion monster a non-fusion monster in the graveyard, special summon it. That is once per turn. We don't care about that. We don't ever really use that effect. We care about this quick effect. This you can chain using the same chain link that combos with one of your link monsters. We'll talk about in just a second. Absolutely fantastic card. And then we have Weather Washer. For my old school players, acts as a Armades. They can't activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step if your PrankKids monsters attack. So including itself, including any of your big guys, anything like that. We also have Rip-Roaring Dragon. That we are actually not playing that because it is an ultra rare. If you want to play that instead of if you happen to pull it or whatever, please do. It is a fantastic card. It is a Harpy's Feather Duster instead of a Regeki. Complements Battle Butler quite nicely. We also have Rocket Ride. I think you need 2 of these. You can get away with 1 if you're playing a generic card instead. But Rocket Ride is really good at sorting your plays. You fusion summon this and then trigger your 2 PrankKids used for the fusion summon, especially if they're different colors. Say green blue, blue red, blue green. Green red, green brown, anything like that. And you contribute it and special summon up to 2 non-fusions, including links from the graveyard. You can have up to 4 monsters from this card alone. Really good card. That's why I would recommend playing 2. You need it for the grind game. It's also way better when there are more budget options in the game right now. But yeah, very good card. We play 3 Meow. You definitely need 3 of these. If you're going to spend the budget on the supers in the extra deck, definitely get Meow first. This card is your 1-card combo. You have a PrankKids monster or plays Terraforming, anything like that, and you will get your combo immediately. Assuming they don't interrupt it. Not a lot of people will at lower ranks, but again, for budget players, fantastic option. This is a very cheap card to have. Because it just does so much on its own. And then I'm going to actually skip over this card. We have your DoodleDo as well, and for some reason this card is the regular rare and not the super rare. In the TCG advanced format, it is a secret, and Meow is a super. This card should be a higher rarity, but hey, I'll take it. This card adds any of your PrankKids spells or traps. You can add Pandemonium, Place, Pranks, or Plan if you want to play Plan as well. We can play that too. Even if we want to add that right now, we take out something like that. You can play that too, since it's a normal rare. But yeah, searches this and then targets 2 PrankKids cards, not just monsters, in the graveyard and adds them to your hand. The link monsters add, the fusion monsters special summon. We can also have an in-depth guide for you guys later on, again with some more gameplay. If you guys want that, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and we'll be happy to do that. I will feature more gameplay this later, like I mentioned. So yeah, we have the Doodle, and yeah, we play this because this is your best link 2 in the game, at least for this deck. Yeah, so we have also 2 Bow Wow. If you want to play a 3rd, you absolutely can. Nothing's going to stop you. And then PrankKids monster, it points to gain 1,000 attack. And then during the opponent's turn, you can target 2 PrankKids cards except link monsters, add them to your hand, and then also prevents your cards from being destroyed, or PrankKids monsters from being destroyed by card effects. You can only use each effect once per turn. Usually you end on this or link summon during the opponent's turn with this. With Plan, if you play that, Yeah, really good card for the grind game, and does give you a 4,000 beater in the form of Ripper and Roaster or Butler if you are playing this plus one of those two. And with your Armades, your Weather Washer, they can activate something like Mirror Force. Hey, that's pretty good in this kind of game. Again, especially at lower ranks, and especially in solo modes where those are more prevalent. Really cool card. I love it. And then finally we have Nightmare Phoenix, a generic Link monster. I think you guys should get this. You know, if you have the extra craft points for super rares, it's a really strong card. One of the best Link 2s in the game, arguably the best Link 2 in the game. That's completely generic. You can use tokens, you can use normal monsters, you can use effect monsters, you can use anything so long as they have different names. Your PrankKids unfortunately don't trigger with this because they have to be used for the Link or fusion summon of a PrankKids monster, but it is still really good. Yeah, and then Meow, you know, points downwards, you can summon Nightmare Phoenix, and yeah, then you get a draw as well. You discard, you can set up some cards in graveyard for it. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this deck profile. This is going to be completely budget. You can be free to play. You can just buy the PrankKids specific packs. You can just generate the cards, or just buy packs, dismantle them, generate these PrankKids cards. Yeah, whatever you guys feel like doing, you know, absolutely awesome with this deck. I think this is really good for grinding up to a certain point, but for how cheap it is, very good budget option for players. Let me know what you guys think. Again, if you like the content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will be featuring this soon. This is Eric with OzoneTCG. See you guys in the next one.